Take it easy. Bring your arms up over your head, stretch back, reach back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. Take one more deep breath in. And let's make it even louder. Good. Listening nice and carefully. We're going to bring the knees into the chest, give ourselves a nice squeeze, and we're going to rock our way up. And as we rock our way up, we're kind of coming to a forward fold. If rocking up doesn't feel good, it's because you haven't enjoyed rocking, right? Rock and roll, right? Rock and roll, rock and roll. Spend the time. Notice I don't rush you in between the postures. I tell you exactly where you're going to go. You're going into forward fold. But you can rock and roll a lot before you get there. There's a lot of benefit to moving the body. Remember, emotion, motion. We're linking the two together. And then the next 10 seconds, if you're not already in forward fold, you're going to end up there. Legs straight, reaching for the toes, bending down, relaxing the head, taking a couple deep breaths as you start to circulate all that beautiful energy in your body. Not just your blood, but all your internal fluids, interstitial, cellular stuff. It goes to such deep levels. The yoga penetrates, permeates all things in the body. So now that we're here in forward fold, legs straight. Okay? No bent knees. No bent knees. Right? Legs straight. Why? Because we need to use our hamstrings. Our hamstrings are like the anchors of our body. If our hamstrings are not stretched, it's like a boat that has an anchor. You can rev the motor all you want. If that anchor is down, boat's not going anywhere. So someone with a little boat who has their anchor up can go faster than a big boat. So legs straight, and then start to relax your body, relax your head. And one thing I like to do is grab hold of something, whether it's my legs or my feet, and then bend my elbows. And all I do is focusing on bending my arms, because my arms have less connection to my core than my legs do, than my breath does. Even though the core is the whole body, the arms help you articulate. So as you reach forward, start to bend elbows, you'll create a micro movement, we call it. And this little micro movement, you'll feel it from the hamstrings starting to move up into the lower back. And then from the lower back, you can drop the head and totally relax. So if you can get to a place of a forward stretch where you can bring a little bit of movement by grabbing hold, either your legs or your feet, and just slowly, slowly, like a metronome, right? Push, 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 push. And we're pushing, and you're feeling the pull. Everything happens in reciprocation. Beautiful. We're going to do a breathing technique now, because now with yoga, we're always trying to pair the movement with the movement of the breath. So breath and motion go together. It's all under the sort of umbrella of movement. We're going to do it known as Brahmari. It's a very strong hum. We're going to do it 3 times to affect every cell, every organ, every muscle, every emotion in the body. Deep breath in. Even stronger. Deep breath in. One more time, make it your best. Deepest breath in. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. What a nice feeling. And slowly, slowly start to come up. Beautiful, everyone. Hello, new people in the back who came in. Again, my name is Alex. We're ready to get started now. Our warm-up has begun. We've made our way from forward fold, and now as we come to forward fold, we want to start feeling it now in the lower back a little bit more. So we're going to take our hands, start to slide back, lean back. Oh, I'm going to fall over. That's okay. I'm going to come back forward, and I'm going to come back. And it's kind of like when you're rowing. If anyone goes to the gym and works on a rowing machine, But slowly, slowly over time, you'll notice our yoga is starting to appear. What pose is this? This is boat pose, right? And the ability to go into boat pose. And the ability to link this movement with the one we did last time, the rocking and rolling. And remember too, yoga is not chronological. You can start yoga at any age, and you can do amazing things as you progress with age that young people can't do. And one of the ways you learn how to do that is just by doing things like this. Sometimes going into boat can be really hard, but doing it this way, you can get 20, 30 reps where maybe you could never ever do it at all. And just allowing yourself to fall back and getting that lumbar spine on the floor, trusting your body, and then also trusting your body to come back. So move slowly backward, slowly forward, and more, you start to feel the legs kick up. That's your psoas muscle, that's your core. Find the breath, and as you start to breathe, always moving more and more forward into that forward fold. Going back, coming forward. Got 30 more seconds of this motion. I'm going to come around and watch all of you. Keep flowing, keep going. Push forward. Always reaching more forward. You're not just you're not just affecting the hamstrings now you're affecting the whole core of the body. For more of the advanced yogis, start to attempt to go into a boat pose, right? Get that lower back on the ground and start to fold yourself as if you were folding over a vertical line. There's a vertical line, you're trying to, like a fan, you're trying to collapse into it. For some of you, you're getting the feeling of that rock and roll we talked about earlier. It's really good for your circulation. It's really good for your back. It's really good for your core. Really good for your spine. You're doing great. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, forward fold to relax. Relax into your forward fold. Take notice, reach for your toes. See if you can go a little further than where you were last time. So it's like taking pictures, right? The first time you might have grabbed your ankle. Now maybe you're reaching a little further. Maybe your legs are a little straighter. Maybe you're able to curl your toes. Maybe you were pointing your toes or not noticing what your toes were doing in the previous round. So getting that experience again, we're going to do the Brahmari once again, 3 all together. Deep breath in. Deeper breath in. One more, make it your strongest. Good, beautiful. Slowly, guys, coming up. Let's sigh it out. Nice. Very good. Let's take our feet, bring them towards our mat now, and we're going to slowly, slowly start to put weight into the heels of the feet. Nice and slowly, no rush, nice and easy. A lot of people have wrist injuries in yoga. A lot of people do maybe too many flows, so they complain about wrist issues. A lot of people have desk jobs, so carpal tunnel's a real thing. So just be very mindful with your wrists. I always encourage people to, use your Spider-Man fingers or use your fists if that feels better. There's no right or wrong here. It's just about making sure your body can get into those joints and put weight into those joints. As we load those joints, we get really, really good sort of circulation for those joints. A lot of health and wellness to come, especially as we breathe. Good, slowly, gently for those who have the ability. Let's come into more of a forward one rather than the back one, moving into our squat more on the front side. And those who have no problem with squat at all, you're going to start to make your way into it slowly, slowly, right? Nice and easy, putting more and more weight into the feet until the point where you're working on trying to get those heels down towards the ground. Once we're here in this position, just holding this position, let's take our hands and let's clasp our thumb and go thumb on top of thumb, okay? Thumb on top of thumb. Put your hands on the ground and let's see if you can touch your forehead and thumb together. That's it, and come back up. Forehead and thumb. And coming back up. forehead and thumb. And coming back up, right? So it's like this, and you're putting it on the ground and reaching and seeing if you can keep your hips down and get that bend in the body. Start to find the breath. 10 more seconds. Doing great, guys. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here comes the best part. Slowly, let's come up. Right? Tadasana, standing position. As you stand slowly, just start to relax your hips side to side. Close your eyes, go inside. We're going to do one Brahmari all together. Deep breath in. Good. Everyone, placing your hands on your hips, legs straight. Let's make the biggest clockwise circles we can. We keep the legs straight because we want to feel every part of what's going on. Because if there's any pain in your hips, any discomfort, we're going to get rid of that real quick. So we're just checking in right now, seeing, and with straight legs, it just shows us how progressive we can be. For those in squat who came up who really felt it, that just takes practice and time. If you ever come to my Thursday classes at In the Spirit, we've been progressing over time from 1-minute squat to 2-minute squat. Now we have some of the ladies who are, 70 plus in 5 minutes of squat and standing up and feeling stronger and stronger each time. Good, let's switch it up. So they're my little guinea pigs. I always say it's amazing to see what yoga can do for people of all ages, but I do see a correlation now that I've been teaching for over 10 years now. The correlation is the people who do yoga grow younger as they grow older. Somehow, some shape, their faces change, their attitude changes, their body changes, and maybe it's because they're not going through life in a state of sort of submission, but rather surrender and will. It's really beautiful. All right, guys, now that we've opened up the hips, let's try the shoulders now. Let's reach up, bring our arms up overhead. And one of the favorite things I like to do is bring those biceps to the ears, which is hard to do for some of us. So we really want to work on that connection. And I just do it nice and slowly at first. And if you have that ability, or you're trying to do it, push upward, try and relax as you push upward. And then we're going to move just to the right side. So we're all going to move to the right side, opening up that left hip, and just trying to stretch again. As you can see, I'm trying to bring those biceps to ear, and then once the biceps connect to the ear, then you just keep moving over in that direction. And you want to breathe, because the gold energy, if you want a gold star from me right now, just start handing out gold stars. You want to breathe through the area from your hip to your rib cage. Don't worry about anything else. You're already in the posture. Now just start to focus on, what did Alex just say? Hip to rib cage. Breathe. You got 10 more seconds, right? See how much energy you can bring to it. It's not about dropping down lower now. It's about sinking in deeper. Find that connection from the hip to the rib cage. 5, 4, 3, 2. Immediately change to the other side. Take your time. You know how long you have to go. You know how much you can flow. Let yourself follow the other direction now. Remember what we said. Hip to rib cage. What's up, Superman? How are you? Good. Good? You guys send me a message.
I will.
Okay? All the best? Kids are good? Yes, amazing. Old friend from martial arts. He got me into Superman comics. He's a big Superman fan. I was like Batman. He's like, Superman's better. Good. Coming up, up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Now, slowly, slowly separate the hands and imagine holding 2 rocks over your head. Okay, so now twinkle your fingers like stars. Now that you've opened up that rib area, you can feel it. Start to internally rotate, which is externally rotate, the fingers and the body so the elbows go to the outside, fingers to the inside. Push up, and now straighten your legs, straighten your arms, and you're going to feel it very quickly. Just feel that energy, feel that energy. Now follow my breath. Inhale, drop down, exhale, push up. Inhale down. Keep those elbows wide. Exhale up. Push, 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 push. Inhale down. Exhale up. One last one. Inhale down. Exhale up. Slowly, slowly, bring your hands to the side. Don't drop them. Don't drop them. Imagine you're holding 2 elevator doors. There's a child. They're going to be trapped in the elevator by themselves. Quickly, open the elevator. Make sure all the kids can get out, right? Save the children. They're running underneath your arms right now. Strong, strong, strong. Push, push, push. Curl your fingertips towards you. Now let's do 5 breaths. Deep inhale. Full exhale. You guys are feeling it. I told you, soft, strong class. Inhale, exhale. You got this. One more. Slowly, slowly. Bring it down. You'll feel all sorts of energy. Inhale, up towards the heart center. Exhale down towards your feet. Inhale, back up to your heart center. Exhale down towards your feet. Push the breath out. 10 more times, all on your own. Just close your eyes, go inside, just feel that energy as you gather it up towards your heart center and as you push it down. And as we said before, this is what I was talking about when I said, as you grow older, you grow younger. This is why, how many people are taking oxygen, transforming it into a mystical thing we call prana, and realizing that they can nourish their bodies, feed their organs, heal themselves. If there is a placebo effect in all of this, it's the belief. And it's better to believe in something that may not be true than to disbelieve in something that may be true for our benefit. Because if we have health problems, we have injury, why shouldn't we believe that we can heal it? And that's what you're doing right now. By inhaling to the heart center and exhaling down, you are guiding this healing energy in your body. And now we're going to do some more yoga to intensify it even more. And then we'll come back to this to channel it. Beautiful work, guys. Slowly, gently inhale, arms up overhead. And let's exhale down into a forward fold any way we want. And just let yourself dangle, legs straight. And just let yourself dangle. Good. But remember, legs straight. Okay? Now that your legs are straight, I can see some of you are reaching for the floor. Some of you are almost there. That's great. Get those legs straight. Now start to bend one knee at a time. And when you start to bend one knee at a time, what you start to feel is the connection of that core I keep saying. Right? It runs nose to toes. So the ability to bend one leg all the way, so your right leg, keep your left leg straight, and then bending the opposite way, and then moving it left and right, and feeling it through your body, you start to notice the connection in the lower back, which is very, very strong. As you associate with this feeling more and more, feel, and now start to move your hips side to side as if you were an elephant in the savannah with a big fat butt. And you were wiggling it, your big fat butt around like a corgi. There's lots of animals that use the power of their hips. So just moving left and right, and now starting to straighten the legs slowly, slowly, and you'll feel the connection from the tailbone all the way down into the feet. Feeling it for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending the knees completely, hands to the floor, walk your feet back for a downward facing dog. Relax your head, stick out your tongue, lion's breath. One more time, deep breath in. If downward dog is too difficult, you can always take child's pose, which is bringing your knees to the ground and just resting at any point. Good. From our mountain pose or downward facing dog, let's come forward into plank, which is like a push-up position, and then push back into mountain or downward dog as we're saying it. It just looks like a mountain, so I like to call it that way. So forward and back. As you come forward and back for the next minute, you're going to slowly start to come into up dog. And so up dog can be with the toes. It can be, with the rolling out of the foot. You can just look slightly up and then shoot back, but the feeling is going back and forth, back and forth. And once you can master going back and forth, and some of you would prefer to do this on your knees and go from child's pose kind of into a cat-cow and back to child's pose. It's the same variation, just less pressure on your sort of wrists and feet. But as we continue this flow for the more advanced practitioners, I want you to see your body as a wave. It's a wave. You're undulating your movement. You're going all the way through. You're in a wave. You're waving forward, you're waving back. And I don't give more information than that because it's an internal feeling, right? Undulating the spine, wave, feel it from your head all the way down to your tailbone, from your tailbone all the way to your head. See how when your head lifts up, your tailbone drops down. Your tailbone lifts up, your head drops down. You got this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone lying flat down on the mat, right ear to the floor. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. I told you, hard strong, right? We pick little pieces because, again, I only get this opportunity with you, once a season. And so it's really nice to look at parts because some of you are really avid hot yoga yogis, and some of you are more traditional, and other ones are more fitness-based. And for some of you, this is your first yoga class. So, it's really nice to look at something specific, just like we just did, and that will really help your practice, really isolating and micro-moving within the postures, having that time, 1 minute, 2 minutes, just to go in and out. It starts to create new patterns in our bodies and within our practice itself for our minds. Good, let's switch ears now, opposite ear. The beautiful thing about yoga is as much as we, go, we also stop. And that's the integration part. What you're doing right now, just giving yourself a little break, a little rest, connect with your breath. Feels good. All right, we're coming up into a position known as Sphinx. We're going to slide those elbows underneath our shoulders, and it's like a frame like this. So you look like this, like some people call it baby cobra. Of course, that's a variation with hands and weight. We're going to put weight into our arms, so everyone is just going to be like this and in a comfortable position. Good, now from here, really ground through your elbows, push through your elbows, and start to look up. Now comes the fun breathing part, the yoga part. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. And keep doing this for 1 minute. Look up, look up, look up. You have digestive issues? You got anything to do with your organs? You have a tight diaphragm? This move is going to help. Good, keep going. 30 more seconds left. For those who feel they can stretch even more, literally take your hands out about 45 degrees and push your arms straight and do the same thing. Now this is only for those who feel comfortable enough that they can stretch this part of their body even more, right? That sort of solar plex to base of the spine. By bringing your arms out just slightly, you can do that. You got 15 seconds left, everyone. You're doing fantastic. Breathing, remember, through the mouth, looking up. Why the mouth? Because that's your lungs, right? You're doing all this energy for your heart center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax down. Take it easy. And when you're ready, push back, child's pose. Great work, guys. Take all the time you need, no rush. But when you're ready, push back, child's pose, and just relax here. So that one really, really opens up the abdomen. And now you're going to see why we've done this. Our next move, as we come forward into a tabletop position, we're going to start to do cat-cow. Everyone knows cat-cow. Look up, cow, look down, cat. But as you do it, I want you to undulate your spine. So as we're doing this movement, we're now going to be focusing so much more on the body. We're also going to move the position forward and back. I want you to go soft strong, okay? So moving through your cat-cow, you can drop anytime you want. We call it puppy, or it's like child's pose, but you don't drop the head down, you just drop the hips. You have full permission to explore, but I really want you to push through your hands now, right? No matter what age we all are grounded here. We're all capable of doing this. Looking up, looking down, feeling what part of your body. Are you focusing on your heart? Are you focusing on your hips? Are you moving tailbone to crown of the head? Are you breathing while you're doing this? Now that the movement part is easy, are you breathing? Are you a yogi? The difference between someone who comes and stretches here and someone who does yoga here is the breathing element. Are you breathing? Well, we're always breathing. So both people are doing the same thing. No, that's the difference. The difference is, are you aware that you're breathing? Because if you're aware that you're breathing, you're aware of your healing. You're feeling the healing, right? Or you're feeling the strength, right? You become aware of what you're doing. Call this mindfulness. This is compassion. This is love. This is all the things that when we start class, we come to class, we have certain intentions. This is what gets fulfilled. Doing beautiful here, guys. Feeling that cat-cow. Feeling that cat-cow. Awesome. And now relax back into your child's pose. One more time. You can bring the heels together, knees out wide, and just stretch back. Again, one of the things for the more advanced yogis, you can really stretch under your armpits. I like to straighten my arms all the way and really try and bring my armpits to the floor, because as you start to push sort of the armpits down, you can feel the hips sort of moving. Get a little bit deeper within your practice. We're going to spend just 30 seconds here just grounding. I want you to think about your intention. Right? What's your intention? In a lot of classes, we set the intention at the beginning of class, but you can also set it at the end of class. Sometimes we dedicate our practice to someone or for something. Today, I'm dedicating class to the mountain within each of you. There is a mountain within each of you. Someone asked me earlier today, what does Petroyama mean? That's it, right? It's the mountain within. I'm Petro, I'm Alex Petrogianni. And yama means mountain. It also associates with pranayama, right? Petroyama, it's the breath, it's our life, it's our mountain. And as a mountain man, as a person who lives in the mountain, that's what all the great yogis did. They explored mountains and they practiced within them, because that's where the prana is super rich. And that's where there's a struggle. And with this struggle, we can become liberated. Beautiful work. Let's take a nice sigh, everyone. Deep breath in. Just exhale, let it go. Nice. We're going to come up back into our plank position, push into down dog. Take it easy. No rush to get there. And then once you're in down dog, just kind of walk it out. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Get a good feeling. Now we're going to work our hips. Nice stretch time as we get to the halfway point in class. You're going to bring your right knee in between both your hands right now. So don't think, just bring your right knee in between both your hands, just like this, perfect. And then in pigeon, what we do is we kind of drop the weight so that the hip can kind of get to the floor and roll it up. So if you don't know what I mean, you can watch me. Bring the right knee in between your hands, rest it there, stretch that back leg, and keeping arms straight, start to roll that hip left and right, left and right. A lot of people, quote unquote, do pigeon pose. Today, again, just taking a little bit of a workshop with pigeon. Let that hip come to the floor, then lift it back up. That's why you saw me with straight arms, and I'm sort of piloting my pigeon. Uncurl your toes so your toes can go straight back behind you, pointing them, yeah. And then really work that hip, work that hip, work that hip. Come on, girls, work that hip, come on. Right, feel it. As you work the hip left and right, you're working it, stretch out that back leg, look up, look down, look left, look right, right? It's called pigeon pose, right? It's a feeling. It's a feeling. Okay, as you work the pigeon, nice and slowly, feel the feeling, feel the healing in that hip. And now here comes the fun part. Slowly, one at a time, lower one hand, right? One hand, maybe the other hand, and then maybe you're ready to go all the way down. But you're taking your time. There's no rush. We're just going to focus now strictly on the hip. And you'll notice in this practice, we've done things kind of vigorously. We call this in Sanskrit vinyasa, means flow. So when we clean dishes, right, we like to have water running, clean things. It's really good to clean things that way. But as all of you know, when you have a pot or a pan, right, it needs to soak maybe overnight. And that's what we're doing now. There are certain asanas that work really well, like cleaning a plate. Very easy, very fast. That's what we've been kind of doing. But right now, we're cleaning a pot or a pan, and we're letting it soak overnight. Yeah, you can do this fast, but you won't really get it clean. So taking the time in your pigeon pose, 10 more seconds, really sinking into that hip, doing little tiny micro movements. Remember, it's your hip. And that's the feeling of giving it that time and energy it needs to relax, to release. Bring that breath into it. Good. Keeping everything set up where it is. Just straighten your arms again. Come up and now move around. 30 seconds, move around in this position. That's it. You're in your pigeon pose and now you're just moving around again, left and right, left and right. Good. For those who want to go into the more advanced mode, we're going to do push-ups. So you're going to do it with your hands down and up. If you want to go even the more advanced ones, you don't use your hands. You just go down and up, no hands. Right? Up and down. Okay, slowly, slowly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hands to the ground. Push back into your downward dog. Walk it out left and right. Feel the difference between left and right hip. Big difference, right? So this style of training is called yin, right? We hold things for a lot longer. So yang is the sort of fast, the strong, the vinyasa. And then the yin is like the moon. It's slower. It's still the sunlight, but it's a reflection of that light. So it takes longer. It's more about ligaments and tendons rather than muscles. Good. We're going to take that left knee now. Same thing as before. Bring it right in between both knees, right? Don't think too much. Keep your arms straight. Lower down onto the floor into pigeon pose on the left side. Good job. Shift it around. Shift that weight around because this is the important part. A lot of people don't realize why I spend so much time here. It's because this is the time where you really get to feel the connection. And then you might be asking, well, why should I be doing this pose anyways? Well, this is the posture that teaches you how to get to lotus, right? You want to get to lotus effortlessly, you got to be able to do pigeon. Because pigeon sinks you down into that hip. Good. When you're ready, slowly, slowly make your way down, right? One arm, two arms, both arms. Just lower yourself down. Take it down, down, down to the earth. Grounding, receiving, right? We're not that far from the earth. It's right here. It's right here, all the energy, right? It makes no difference. When you're grounded, you're grounded. Very, very important to feel that grounding, feel that connection. And now we start to breathe because it's really easy to slow down the breath, which is great for our practice. But once the breath slows down, you want to now elongate it once again, really encourage it. Because again, you're increasing circulation. Energy always follows awareness. So by doing your pigeon pose, breath starts to slow down, more yin in nature, but then you start to breathe very actively. Well, now you're doubling up. Good, 10 more seconds, doing wonderful here. And now slowly, slowly, gently, gently start to come up with straight arms and play again. Play, moving around, moving that hip, shifting it around. Remember, it's like a lock. It locks and then we release it and it locks again and release it. All right, now the pigeon push-up, right? Slowly, gently, feeling the curves in your spine, right, as you go up and down. But again, you don't need your arms to push up. So if you want to try, call this flying pigeon. Slowly, slowly, up and down. For 5, beautiful. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the floor, push back, downward facing dog, stretch it out, walk it out. Now you'll notice left and right should feel super good. Oh yeah, it's an Alex class. You know, we're here when you're feeling it. But you want to be feeling the healing. That's why we're here, right? Feel those heels touch the floor. Every time that heel touches the ground, you're feeling the healing. Good. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet, downward, sort of, well, it's not downward dog, but the forward fold, right? Dangle. Just let yourself walk your hands back. Let everything relax. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Getting into a good way. And now slowly, slowly for 5, coming up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing nice and strong, Tadasana. Feel that energy again, right? This is the second time we visited this posture, just standing and feeling. Good, let's take that feeling from hips now into heart, one of my favorite ones, and it's the one I always love to do when we're together here. Right foot forward, left heel lifts off the ground. Why do I love this posture? Because you're all my angels. Arms up in the air. Wow, a whole Scarborough of angels, right? That's what we're gonna do right now. So now's our time to shine. Look straight up into the air. Believe in yourself. Open up the arms. As you open up the arms, you'll start to notice that the heart is gonna start to lift, 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 lift. As the heart lifts, you hold here, pushing forward. Weight is in the front foot. Now start to breathe through that mouth. Look up, up, up. Remember, you're not looking back, you're looking up. Beautiful. You're all angels now. Now, for some of you, you're going to transform into even literal angels because you're going to lift that back foot off the ground. And just like tree pose, you're going to balance. That's it. Literal angels. You got this. 10. Breathe through the mouth. 9. Take flight. 8, 7, 6, 5. So proud. 4, 3, 2. Best part, step back, hands on heart, tuck chin. Woo! And just let that energy flow through your body. That's all good heart stuff. That's really magical stuff. We're strengthening our connection, mind, body, but also brain, heart. And that's what this asana is designed to do. Good, let's step forward, opposite leg right now. Bring your arms up in the air, stretch up, reach up, feel up. Find that connection. And then when you're ready, slowly lifting up the back heel. As you lift the back heel up, slowly start to open up the arms. As you look up, you'll feel it. You're opening up that whole heart center. And as you open up your whole heart center, start to feel the connection through your body as you're channeling all this energy, all this gravity through you. When you're ready to take the posture to the next level, slowly start to lift the foot in the back and keep that position. Keep everything opening and arching, feeling and breathing, knowing, going just a little bit further. Find that breath through the mouth. Right? Open up those lungs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop back. Put your hands on your heart. You work so hard, right? Feel, feel, feel. Oh, it feels so good, right? Heart-loving energy. It's like giving yourself a hug. It's the best, right? Feel, feel, feel. Just breathe, recover. 1 Brahmari, all together to release. Full breath in. And relax, hands down at your side. Good. Give them a little shake. Feel, feel, feel. Nice. Let's get into the good stuff. We're going to take our feet mat width apart. The right foot's going to step forward for this one. So our feet are mat width apart. So everyone here is going to be mat width apart. So lots of space in between our legs. And we're gonna start to bend that front leg. And as we bend that front leg, that back leg is gonna stay straight. Heel is gonna stay on the floor. And we're just gonna open up that stance, and we're preparing for our warrior one. And as you prepare for your warrior one, I want you to focus on your knee. Shoot your knee to the inside. Shoot your knee to the outside. Shoot your knee forward, right? And as you start to do this movement, start to bring the hands out in front of you, up over your head. But just focus on your knee. Don't worry about your hands. Everyone gets obsessed with their hands. Like, oh, look at my fingers, right? Let's just focus on what's down below, on the knee. Outside, inside, outside, inside. Now find the one you like the most. Settle into it. And then when you're ready, look straight up again and hold this position for 5. Breathe through your mouth. Fill up those lungs. I know it's hard. 4. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Hands down at your side. Relax here. Step back behind you so you're on the edge of your mat now for your warrior 2. Open it up again. Same thing with the knee. Bring it forward. Bring it to the outside. Bring it in front of you. Bring it to the inside. Bring it to the other side. Bring it in front of you. Love you, sweetie. Amazing. Have a great day. All the way through, all the way through. Good. Now when you're ready, arms come through the inside. Stretch up, reach up, straighten the leg. And then as you dive down into your warrior 2. And then bring it back up. And then bring it back down. And I want you to feel this connection. 30 seconds. It's like a wheel of energy. You sink into it, straighten the leg, bring it back up, and then sink back into it. You might notice your feet start to go deeper or wider, right? You're opening it up. Now, as you do this, breathe. Open up, even holding the breath while you're in warrior 2. Look how long and deep and slow my breathing is. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs straight, arms at side. Start to drop into triangle. Right hand slides down towards the right foot. Left hand reaches up in the air. Stretch up, reach up. Again, what are we feeling? Hip, rib cage. Breathe into your hip, breathe into your rib cage. Breathe into your hip, breathe into your rib cage. Good. 1 Brahmari all together, looking up. Deep breath in. Beautiful work, guys. Coming back up. Wonderful. Relax your hands. Step back and forward fold. Feel the difference between right and left side. The beauty is, whatever we do on one side, we have to do on the other. So this is your chance now to take all that consciousness and apply it right away, get right into it for the other side. So we're gonna go mat width apart now, left foot out in front. Open up your stance, mat width apart, right? You want a very open stance, heel on the ground. And then start to dive the knee, right? Focus the knee, forward, outside, inside, forward, outside, inside. This is how you start to get sort of picture perfect with your asana, right? Because you have to build it up from the base of the spine. The knee is just guiding my spine. So if you come out and never train anywhere with me in the guild this summer, right, you'll notice that we'll always take a look at something through a very micro movement. Right now, the knee. But as you do this, start to feel what your tailbone's doing. It's all connected. So once you find the posture, your body will tell you where it is. This feels comfortable for me. Back leg straight, leg out in front. Bring those arms up, stretch up, reach up. And then just a few times, without thinking of what your arms are doing, just bend in and out. And now feel it. It's changed again, right? What's changed? Now you're feeling more from the hip through to the rib cage. That's it, guys. Breathing here, feeling here. Remember, through the mouth, look up. Good, last one. Let the arms come down on the exhale. Step back now to the edge of your mat, warrior two, right? Find that warrior two. Right foot steps back, right? The arms are gonna come through, but before they do, let's get that knee going. Forward, backward, sideways, right? Feel it, move it around, move that knee. And then when you're ready, sweep those hands up and then bend into it. And you'll notice by doing this very quickly, your warrior two is going to change. Your stance is going to change. Your shoulders change. Where you look changes. I always describe this series for those who know yoga in the traditional sense from the Bhagavad Gita, right? Arjuna the warrior, the series comes out of his character. Warrior one, he has the bow and arrow. He exalts it because now it's sacred, right? It's doing, quote unquote, you know, God's work or the work of yoga, right? Spiritual work, basically. And then the second one is what you're doing right now, warrior two, is where he draws the arrow. So imagine yourself when you're doing your warrior two that you're drawing a bow and arrow. And you're allowing yourself to open up. Good, settle into your warrior two now. Let's see everyone, see how far you've gone. Warriors are looking where they're shooting, right? So if you've drawn the arrow back, you're looking straight out in front. Breathing for 5, close your eyes, find the target. 4, close your eyes, find the target. 3, looking out in front through third eye center. 2, and 1. Beautiful, straighten the leg right into triangle. Open up that sort of hip to rib we've been looking at. Stretch here, feel here. And so again, now where are we sending the bow and arrow? We're sending it straight up, right? Look up. It's like shooting an arrow. Straight up. Your one arm is pulling back, reaching for the floor. Your other arm is reaching up towards the sky. And once you see where you want to look, close your eyes and breathe, because that's how you reach your target. That's how you reach your destination. Vision. Merging with feeling. Everything one. Good. One last breath. And slowly drop back, forward fold. Let yourself relax. We're going to do a Brahmari here now on the forward fold. Deep breath in. Good. Slowly making your way into cobbler pose, back down on the mat. You can move through squat and just slowly sit down, bringing the feet together, knees out wide, holding onto your ankles, and just getting into a good spot where you can sit up nice and tall. Stretch your body, shift your weight left and right, work here from a comfortable position. And now just folding forward into your cobbler pose, relax. No need to pull too much. Your body's very open, it's very strong, it's very balanced right now. And as we go into our cobbler right now, we're going to do another Brahmari. Deep breath in. Inhale, side out. Take your hands off your feet, place them on your mat in front of you, arms straight, and try and stretch as far forward as you can. As far forward as you can, relaxing your head. Keep yourself in cobbler, right? Feel as you open up those hips. Relaxing here, feeling here. Good, and now what I want you to do is reach all the way forward and let that elasticity bring you all the way back. Keep your cobbler as you lie back in Shavasana. So lean forward, let it shoot you back, and lie back on the ground and keep your cobbler going. A nice diamond shape, keep it opening up. And then once that diamond shape is opened up, once you're on the floor, you might want to windshield the legs, one at a time, and eventually get them into a perfect Shavasana. And so from the people, looking up above, what we're trying to do with the body is really ground it, right? Natural chiropractors, right? There's all this invisible energy here. It's called gravity, right? And gravity pushes us down. It pushes on the joints. It pushes on the muscle. It pushes on the organs. And by breathing, we're encouraging this sort of invisible energy. We get it through gravity, breath. It's all connected. But I'd like to make just an observation as you lie here in your Shavasana. This is where I start to feel very light when I'm in Shavasana, very like almost as if I'm floating. And the feeling comes because is the breath bound by gravity? Your body is. That's what we're getting now. All that healing energy that's moving through us right now. It feels like, we're just being pressed into the floor. Well, we are being pressed into the floor. The mall's not doing that. The light's not doing that. That's literally the gravity. So our physical bodies are being grounded right now. But what about our breathing? Is our breathing subject to gravity? And maybe that's why we start to feel light and high when we get to this point in our journey. So let's take an inhale into the mouth. Exhale, side out. Follow me. Deep breath in. Follow me. And last one, follow me. Inhale. Exhale. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. You did it. Slowly, gently rocking the head side to side. Twinkle your fingers like stars. Beautiful integration. Let's awaken from our awakening, our beautiful Shavasana, by slowly rocking and rolling, coming up, and finding your way into a comfortable seated position. Nice and easy, everyone. Nice and easy. Aho. Good. That's a nice sound. So always remembering, guys, right now, right, this ball is inside you. For the next 24 hours, your yoga is going to be with you. This invisible ball is going to be inside you. Whenever you need it, and as you stretch, this is visually a great way to understand what you did all day today. Let's bring our hands together, close our practice by creating some energy in our palms. Bring our hands up over our head and back down over our hearts. We're going to do one Brahmari to open the palms. That opens ourselves. And then we're going to do one mantra Om to close our palms. And that's going to connect us to everything and everyone. Deep breath in. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace in our hearts, in our lives. Everything that we see, are, and be. The divine in me sees and shares the divine in you, in love, with love, through love. Thank you everyone for coming out today. Namaste.
Namaste.